highest rating. Homicide, victimization, prostate cancer.
We're going to start that over.
Black men have the highest rating. Homicide, victimization, prostate cancer, hypertension, diabetes, HIV, incarceration, police encounters, unemployment, poverty rate, school suspensions, dropout rates, untreated depression and anxiety, suicide rates, homelessness, lung cancer, colorectal cancer, liver cancer, stomach cancer, kidney cancer, and more and more and more. And so it's like, wait a minute. Not being able to take care of your house, not high unemployment rates, your brothers, uncles, fathers dead in jail, mental issues of the highest rates, suicide rates of the highest, depression. And so while there's this fight where they say, hold on, go fight for women's rights, go fight for gay rights, go fight for trans rights, go fight for everybody else's rights. And it's like, wait a minute, nobody's made this right. And then it becomes, wait a minute, well, that's your job, you a man. Wait a minute, y'all fighting against being a man. So the man, and especially when we have this soy-based society, testosterone rates are at 50% low. So with that molecule that makes you want to take the challenge, and we have the black men have the highest.
Let that sink in, and we out of there on that one. That's heavy. That's heavy talk on the way.
What a way to open the pod, boy.
That's where I'm at after vacay, man. That's where I'm at after this vacay. I
was just gonna say, how you doing?
Different.
Buddy?
Nah, fuck all that shit. We back. We live. That's the energy coming in on vacay. It is a podcast for self-starters and those willing to make the most out of any situation. Once again, the podcast for self-starters and those willing to make the most out of any situation. The EFS Podcast is back for episode number 24. Y'all already know the vibes. It's big air horns. It's big applause in the house. The gang is back. Or back off road, back off travels, back off many different, whatever. This is a different vibe for either of us. We'll get into that, whatever. But once again, we are back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on all platforms. We appreciate the love, as always, as we pump this content thing out. Back for another audio occasion. Episode number 24 is live. I'm your host, D Burke. And I'm with the man, Waldo Black, as we get ready to fade this theme music out. We'll get into our official episode 24.
What an opening.
Yeah, man. Big opening from our man 19 Keys.
Tell me how you really feel. 19 Keys.
A little something for your head top on the way in.
Shout out to 19 Keys. He's been doing it for a minute now, man.
You know, open your minds up. One of the I think greatest black thought leaders currently that we got going on.
Of our generation, for sure.
Of our generation, 100%. Sure. Historically, I ain't going to, trump
it's a different stock. It's different stock.
I'm talking about present day, current 19 Keys. A lot of things.
He's up there.
Yeah. Nah, that's the guy.
Elite level thinking.
Nah, for sure. Elite level thinking.
Yeah, and I think a lot of cats understand that there's levels to this,
and it's a lot of shit be going over these niggas' heads too.
Yeah,
you know, they ain't catch the bar about you fighting against being a man. Like,
I mean, there's so many aspects that need to be considered. And that's why I was so grateful for us for having that episode we did with Vanessa. And even more so, I think we should have another episode with a few other people, maybe nutritionists, things like that. Yeah, you're like just like continuing on that wellness piece.
No, for sure.
That, because success has that layer to it. It's like, you can get the money, but there's also a lot of wealth in health. You know what I'm saying? So
100%. Like you said, black man got the highest rates of damn near everything that can kill you.
Everything negative.
It's crazy.
There's a lot of shit going on, man.
So
what's really crazy is the suspension. I didn't know that was a statistic, that we are the highest rate of suspension in schools.
It's everything, bro.
I didn't know that was a statistic that was even being tracked.
I mean, hey.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never think about like those kind of things.
Oh, yeah. Somebody got them numbers.
Somebody got the numbers.
They might not make them readily available, but the numbers, But yeah, shout out to 19 Keys on the way. And with that, as you said, episode number 24 is here. I don't really know shit because I've been on the island for I've been on the island with my
cousins.
A lot, man. Nah, I don't know about what's going on right now. Like outside of the Olympics, which we'll get into, sports talk, big Olympic action, few air horns for the Olympics that are live and rolling. Just caught a little bit of it earlier. Been catching it ever since it kicked off. I was out of the country for the opening ceremony, so I missed the actual joint as it started. But we'll get into that. We'll get into the opening ceremony and all that in a little bit. Have some thoughts and all that.
I know you do.
Surrounding it. But,
King James is out there, so...
No, for sure. We'll talk in a moment. First up, we're going to recap the travel. Because obviously we was both away since the last time we met.
You got something for us?
I guess we're gonna go first.
It's on you, man. I know mine's more.
Mine's is not really that, interesting or like litty or something.
That's fine. That's why we started off. You know what I mean? Unless you wanted me to end with that, it's either one.
I mean, I go first.
Yeah,
I was out the way. I was out the way.
How was
Barbados.
It,
Barbados is an amazing time, man. Round of applause for my return to the island. I guess backstory time, because it hasn't ever been really told on pod. I don't remember telling the story. As you know, my father, but the people, out here don't know, my father is from Barbados. My lineage, I am a first, you ain't supposed to say this, I forget the term that you're supposed to use now. It's not first generation American, but it's some new shit that they updated to.
Man, I can't keep up with all the
right. I can't keep up. Either way, I am a first generation American. So my family on my mother and my father's side are not from here. So, the Caribbean is where they're from. My mother's from Guyana, country right next to Venezuela in South America. My father is from the island of Barbados. So as a child, I used to frequent going down there on summer trips, not really vacays, I guess, but my parents would just be like, "Nigga, you going to Guyana one summer? Nigga, you going to Barbados?" Again, go connect with your family, go see your people, really get in touch with where you're from, and roots, it was love, man, right? Yeah. So back and forth, I used to go sometimes in the summer. I maybe hit both, but from there, I started playing ball, and ball, like we spoke about before, has gotten crazy. So it limited my travels to the islands.
Yep.
Pretty much throughout my preteens into teenage, college, a lot of it took up time that I had to just travel, and I've had family that's gone back and forth the whole time, but I had to be here or other places across the country, across the world, just playing ball. So, and being overseas too for 10 years, a lot of times when I would be there and I come home in the summer, like I told you, I just don't want to do shit. I don't want to travel.
Relax, bro.
So a little bit neglectful in my adult life to where I could have been down there before. Way too neglectful, I think, just because, being there now, when I got to go down, it was really it paused, but it touched me in a very different way, just because it's seeing things that I saw as a young man, just kind of updated, not young man, a young kid now to a grown man. Updated is damn, I didn't realize how much of the touch I lost with the island, where I was at, how things looked, how things, and I saw that shit very, very young too. So I never really had a chance to have a grasp for what an adult life on Barbados would look like.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. I saw my grandfather's house. My sister was staying there with her kids. So my daughter got the chance to play with her children basically for the few days it was there. So it was beautiful to see them on the beach. The one night I went out, I ended up leaving her with my sister in my grandfather's house while they played. I got videos of them playing around and shit. So
that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, so it was a really good time, just seeing, myself come back, but then now taking that to the next generation of the Burke family, which is now my daughter,
man.
And having her be with her cousins and stuff down there. It was super beautiful to see. But outside of that, it was just great to be in a foreign place. I'm a globe hopper. I'm a globe trotter. So now
you be moving,
seeing somewhere, right. I'll be outside. I don't do the resorts like that. I would. I'm not saying I'm opposed to it, but I don't really do resorts like that. Anytime I go someplace, I find a place to stay at, an Airbnb or hotel, and I'm out in the mix. I want to get with the people. So seeing my people, now as an adult was different. Got up through the airport. First thing we do, the next morning, we got in super, super late. The flight was delayed. JetBlue, fuck y'all, because they had us on the damn tarmac for 2 hours night we were supposed to leave. We were on the tarmac for 2 hours, so the flight ended up getting pushed back like crazy.
Yeah.
So we get to Barbados super, super late at nighttime into the airport, and then had to go. We rented a hotel room the first night because it's all right, we just want to crash.
It's too late. It's too crazy.
Literally 1:30, 2 a.m. in the morning, 2:30 we laying down.
Yeah.
So I'm all right, fuck it. We're going to figure it out in the morning. Got to get my rental. Was supposed to end up staying somewhere else, but then I ended up getting an Airbnb that next morning while I was there in Barbados, just because plans wasn't looking solid enough. And I just wanted to be set. Got up in the morning, went to the airport, got the rental. Barbados, well, you don't know, but Barbados was a British colony.
Flip it.
Colonizers,
driving, you flip it on the other side, right?
Other side. Mm-hmm. So I'm there. This is my first time driving on the left-hand side.
Yeah, it's different.
So I'm getting that experience in the country. So that shit to me is I bet I got to be on my P's and Q's, but I'm also experiencing Barbados as a man. I'm driving around. We in the hills. We in traffic. You know, we driving to the beach. We driving to like fucking like restaurants and all that. Like we out there.
You outside.
Know? We
bro.
outside. So it was good. A lot of time on the beach, just kicking it. Some of the most beautiful beaches in the world you're gonna see in Barbados. Man. Water is super clear, like you know, until that shit get too deep, you can see to the bottom of that shit. Yeah. Like so, it's like that type of vibe. And then outside of that, I took a little cruise, day cruise, like 5-hour joint. Got to snorkel, saw some fish, saw some turtles, and I was like, I don't really fuck with the ocean like that, so I don't know what kind of energy I was on, but like. I said, fuck it. We're gonna dive
I saw
in.
You on the boat. I was like, you on a boat?
Yeah.
You was outside.
Snorkel. First time snorkeling ever. Like, you know, I have a healthy respect for the ocean, and I've taken cruises and shit before, and I've swam in the ocean. I've taken, in Costa Rica, I was in the ocean, kind of out deep swimming, but this was the first time, like, in Barbados, I'm out there, like, water's deep, like you got the goggles on, you snorkeling, you looking under, you seeing mad different kind of fish. Swam with turtles. There was fucking big ass fish swimming up towards you. Like there was stingrays and shit down there. So that shit was just kind of fire. Like kind of fire.
I did the basic stuff. I do like a little Discovery Cove. I do something like that.
Nah, it was
using the real water with the real fish.
Water. And my daughter was in the real water too, which is the crazy shit. Like
she was in there.
And her, like, you know, she's not really. You know, she be amped up as a kid, and she knows, like, she has capabilities, but she doesn't really realize how, like, her capabilities are limited at this point, you know. And I'm with it because, like, I'm going to be right there with you every step of the way. So there was 3 stops in total on the cruise. The first stop was, like, in the deep, and the waters was, like, choppier.
Oh, no.
You know, she want to jump right in. I'm just like... like, you know, I'm nervous as hell because me, like, again, I ain't really that kind of guy either. Like, I'm just diving in. Like, I had to get over my own shit to get in the water and just be like, all right, I'm about to throw the goggles on. We about to start seeing mad fish. Hopefully a shark don't swim with this motherfucker. Hopefully something don't happen to it. This whole situation go wrong. And she want to be the first one in the water. So I'm like, I got to pull my shit together because now I got to make sure she good.
Yeah.
So she put the snorkels on. She jumped out in the water. We in the deep, and they recommended that at that first stop, it was like, if you're not a good swimmer, then please wait to the next stop with the turtles because that's a little bit more calmer water. So we get out there. She jump in the water, and this shit is like literally, you know, we got vests on, so you know it ain't like super like she can't drown. Like,
exactly.
The vest is on. It's tight, like so the she's floating, but she still got to maneuver through the water.
Yeah, and it's not easy.
Fucked up at first. And I'm just like, baby, like you gotta be ready to swim, like for real. And I know you swim in the pool, but this is a lot different. So she went back to the boat for a second. I had to swim her back to the boat. Left Christine out there in the water by herself for a little bit. I had to turn back. She looking back like, yo, y'all all right? I'm like, we gotta go. And she getting her shit together out there because it's all of us like, all right, we just trying to conquer a new experience. So we come back on the boat. I get Marley up there. Like, she cut her foot coming up the ladder or some shit like that. So we had to put a little, it wasn't big, a little scrape. But, you know, she made it more dramatic than it needed to be.
Of course.
So we sitting there. I'm telling her, all right, stay on the boat. Let me go because, like, you only got 30 minutes per stop. So we out there for a little bit of time. It took maybe, like, 10 minutes to get her set, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, you stay here. I'm going to come back in a second. When we finish the stop, whatever. She gets up. Tries to put her goggles back on, starts walking down to the little ladder where you jump back in the water. I'm like, what you doing? And then she's like, nah, I want to go back. I'm like, you was a little brave motherfucker. Like, you was just out there panicking, got her shit together, jumped in the water. But the thing that helped was, one, the people, when you go in the water, the crew of the ship, like 2 of them is in the water with you. Okay, one has like the buoy that you can swim with, and like you can hold on to the big orange joint. He got flippers on, like he can maneuver, he out there. You know, so he's coming back to the boat at the same time she's jumping in, and just like miraculously, he like, yo, you want me to take her? Like, I got her. I'm just like, He's like, nah. He's like, nah, bro, I got her. Don't worry about it. Like, you know, like, so I'm like, all right, boo, bet, take her. And I just start swimming behind him as she's like floating out there, holding onto the thing, and he's moving her out to where the fish is at and shit. So I'm like, at that point, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I had a chance to get my shit together too. So I'm back in the water. I'm like, bro, just relax. I'm looking down in that shit. We seeing fish. Like, we swam out there. She ended up swimming back to the boat after he swam her out. So she got her shit together to swim. Then we got to the calmer waters, which was the turtles and all that shit.
Turtles. How the turtles, man? I know that was probably lit.
Yeah, you know, sea turtles is my favorite animal. So
I know
anybody who really knows me, I'm a turtle. Right, I love turtles. There's a lot of symbolism to turtles for those who are EFS podcast first timers. It's just who don't know that information. Turtles are very symbolic to me in a lot of different ways. In his story, like if you go back to ancient societies, there's people that believe the world was on the back of a turtle, like ancient mythology, that kind of stuff. So, turtles represent longevity. They represent peace. They represent calm. A lot of different, like, just look it up. Symbolism, like, around a turtle. So I've always felt, that was my favorite, animal growing up. Lions and turtles. I'm a Leo, so lion. But outside of that, sea turtle. It's like the row and the calm at the same time. So it was good to swim in the turtles. One swam dead ass right next to me on the way up too. Right. Like he felt the energy and was like, "Yo, what up, peace?" Like swam out.
Here, man. What's up with you?
Yeah, and it was fire again because the water is clear, so the sun shining through the water. And the turtle just lit up he was damn near orange, bro. Like when he was down in the bottom, you could see it looked kind of brownish. But as he swam up closer, the sun's coming through the water. I'm looking through the snorkel goggles and I'm like, is this nigga orange? And he's just swimming by peaceful. It's like a brownish orange kind of tint to it. So, it was dope. Dope in a lot of ways.
Yeah, man.
Stingrays, I had to keep my eyes on them niggas. Were they
stingrays or manta rays?
No, it was stingrays.
Oh, stingrays. They would get
stingrays. And shouts to white people, I ain't gonna lie, because
isn't that what killed Stephen Irwin though?
Nah. I don't know.
I think he died from a stingray.
Possibly.
Like that, yeah.
But shouts to white people for your bravery. There was a white dude out there, and he had a black wife, which was crazy, so his kids was mixed. But my nigga, what I'm talking about, in the water, no vest, no snorkel, no nothing. Him and his children just out there.
Wow.
Him and his children just out there. And I got the goggles on to the water, so I'm looking down and I'm seeing them maneuver in the water like motherfucking fishmen, like literally. And we get to this shit with the turtles. He's slipping down to the bottom, because that shit deep. It's deep.
Yeah.
He's swimming down to the bottom of the shit and fucking inspecting where the stingrays is at. No goggles, bro. No goggles. No. He had goggles. He had goggles when he was going to the turtles. But the first part out in the rough, I don't think he had it on. But I ain't see him like that at that point. But I'm talking about he just moving slow, calm in the water, completely in control.
Can you do that move one more time?
Bro, it's crazy. I started practicing this shit because they let us swim in more calm waters after we ate lunch and shit. And it was still deep out there too. But
hold up, what'd you have for lunch? Fish?
They had fish. They had chicken on the boat.
You gonna swim with the fish and then you gonna eat them?
Nah, facts. We know what you're here for. You gotta feed us.
How you going?
Nah, that was good though. We had fish, we had chicken, we had a bunch of shit on the boat for lunch. And they let us dive in. So I start practicing the way the nigga swimming. And I'm like, oh shit, this work. His movement, mermaid man type shit. And his kids is just he taught them the tricks. So they out there just on some calm moving shit in the water. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But real life, it was dope to see. It was dope to see. Best
lit.
water experience I probably ever had in my life, just because I embraced it and everything turned out good. But yeah. But outside of that, man, a lot of beach, a lot of food. Went out one night.
You go clubbing or anything?
Nah.
It's okay.
Mom's got to come on the next vacay.
Yeah.
Mom's got to come on the next one, for sure. For sure.
That's what's up, man.
When I'm talking about Marley fell asleep at the dinner table,
you had your hands full.
Yeah, fell asleep at the dinner table. Shut down the whole shit because I was going to kick it a little bit more that night. It was outdoors, little, reggae, soca was playing all this stuff. So we was going to catch a vibe, but nah, she crashed.
Dang.
She crashed out. And you know how she is. She don't say that tight. She's like, Dad, I'm really tired. I'm like, oh,
I mean, after swimming with the fishes and doing all this,
that was
turtles.
The same day.
She was exhausted.
Same day. I could see it in her face.
Yeah, she was a wrap.
Tried to get a little something to eat. Knocked at the table. She ain't even touch her food. And I had to carry her ass back to the car.
Carry her, pack the food
hot
up.
As hell in fucking Barbados, sweating, carrying her back to the car.
What we talking about? What we talking about weather-wise?
Bro, when I tell you sun is different out there.
Yeah.
Different, son.
The Caribbean.
Different, son.
The island.
Different, son. A couple of times, that shit hit you and it's hitting my skin. And I'm like, it's cooking your
bacon.
Ass real. I'm shades darker. I'm literally shades darker.
Nah, you got some color.
Yeah.
You got some color
than when I left.
I think I got a little color too in my face or whatever.
Yeah, nah, but that shit is different. Yeah. I put on sunscreen one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was rocking without it. Let that melanin come out the skin. But
man, good luck, man.
Yeah, nah. Nah, I'm Gucci though. I'm Gucci. Nothing, you know.
You better than me. I wouldn't be out there like that. Man,
Yeah,
like,
I put it on one time, and that's only because she made me. She's like, "Now you have to put this on your forehead." I'm like, "All right,
you
whatever.
have to
put it on my forehead." And that time when I felt like I was literally baking and cooking, I put that shit on for a little bit. But
yeah, have you ever had sunburn?
Nah, never.
Oh yeah, you doing all right.
Never.
I get sunburn too.
Never.
It's rarity, but
and even in that shit, I was out there for days. Like with no, there was one day in particular where that shit was just like literally like it was on my knee. I remember that shit because we had an umbrella. Like we bought the chairs with the umbrella, so we had protection from the sun. My leg was out, and that shit was like it felt like my shit was sizzling like that. I'm like, yeah, this sun different out here.
Yeah,
but it's good, man. Love it, man. Love it. Great energy, great food, great everything, great
man.
time.
I'm glad you came back safely.
We booking next year though. So
you going?
Hell yeah.
All right, take me with you, bro.
Probably one Barbados trip a year.
Oh, you doing it once a year now?
Hell yeah. I'm never not taking that long to go back.
I'm
taking
never
that long.
not.
I'm
That's
never
a double
taking that
negative.
long to go back again. Sorry, I said that wrong.
Yeah, I'm never not taking it.
Never in my life. I'm going back
every
like,
year.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna
Well,
try
let
to
me know
every
how
year.
much I need to get on there. You know what I mean? I go with you.
I mean, you get the flights at the right time. Flights gonna be cheap.
That's fine.
I got them like last minute ish. Not last minute for real, but like not so early enough, and there was a little pricey.
Listen, just you buy the B&B. I'll sleep on the couch, man.
But next year, and you can get nice B&Bs down there.
For how much? Expensive?
The one I had for the 4 days was $350
For 4 days?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
No, it was $450, but I had a $100 gift card Airbnb. So
that's still crazy.
Yeah, no,
that's still crazy.
Yeah,
because I'll tell you my prices.
Yeah, and the cribs is like the cribs is straight. The cribs ain't no bullshit. Like,
it was like actually like fully furnished and all that good shit.
Yeah, the house is out there
Wi-Fi?
concrete. So
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi, all that shit.
Nice.
Self-access. You ain't got to worry about nothing. They give you the code to the door. Boom, boom, boom. You in.
You in and out. Yeah. That's up.
Multiple rooms. Each of the rooms. They don't have a lot of central air down there, but the rooms will have air conditioning units in them. Mm-hmm. So like you ain't gonna be hot as hell in the house, but
every unit got a AC. You're fine.
Yeah.
Leave them all
you
on.
just gotta find the ones with that. Yeah. But we think about making my grandfather's house down there Airbnb.
Oh, that'd be nice, little revenue.
It needs some fixing up,
but
sure.
Even still, like you have a little extra something on the side.
Yeah. That's the goal from what we talking about as a family.
Yeah,
so
that's dope.
But yeah, I'm never taking that long to go back again. Never.
Then
next year I want to go top of August. So
top of August. That's right around now.
Yeah.
This time next year.
Right now it's crop over, which I had to come back for because of that shit that we already talked about. Off pod.
Yep.
But I had to move the whole date of the trip to go earlier rather than later because right now it's like crop over. Crop over it's like the celebration of when the crops like are turned over.
Yeah.
I think it's the sugar crops that historically was when it started. They celebrate turning the crops over, like everything getting harvested, blah, 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 whatever. They throw like it's like a festival for days and days. So
nice.
Crop over starts right around the beginning of August, like the main events and shit like that should get lit now. Like my sister, my dad just flew down there yesterday. My one sister's already down there, and this is when people from literally all over the world fly down there just for this kind of shit.
This is that time.
But it's not like foreign to see, like, because even when I was there, not crop over or whatever. Well, crop over is longer. I was here towards I was there still for crop over. But either way, you're going to see people from all over the world down there anyway. I see motherfuckers from Latin America, motherfuckers from Europe, motherfuckers from everywhere.
This is the time.
It's just Barbados.
Yeah.
Like, niggas know. Like, niggas know. Like,
wait.
go to Barbados. You're going to have a good time. Like, you're going to eat good. Like, shit is, like, lit. And if you just want to actually relax and chill and kick it, like, I'm not a beach type nigga, but I literally spent multiple days of, like, 4 or 5 hours just on the beach at least. Just kicking it because you got everything out there. They got Wi-Fi out there. You connect to the Wi-Fi, which is dope. I'm on the water on my phone.
Outside,
I got international service anyway. So, but with the Wi-Fi, it makes it that much cheaper. I mean, that much speedier with the internet. I'm out there kicking it. Like I'm posting shit. We taking flicks. We fucking.
See, I thought I was gonna be tapped in seeing stuff. I didn't see that much until after you came back.
Nah. I don't do it while I'm there because I want to experience that shit. I don't want to have to be so tied to my phone that I feel like I gotta gauge people's responses to the shit I'm doing while I'm doing it. If that makes sense.
It does.
Like I do take content. I got a bunch of shit on my phone from the trip and I release it little by little, but it's like on my time. Like I don't feel like you need to be tied into everything I'm doing right now. You're gonna see where I'm at. I'm gonna drop a little something here and there, but then I'm gonna go ghost for like half a day, maybe a whole day. throw another little something up because I'm experiencing life, which is to me even more so story off of when I was down there, and I guess it's just turning into a long Barbados story with other pieces of it. I'm seeing people down there, the first thing they doing is like they jumping on the boat and they want to take the chicks, like throw the back out, they're throwing the asses. This is the first thing they doing when they get to the boat. Like they on there twerking and they taking like videos of the shit.
It's like that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yo, live life. Like enjoy your life, live your life, and like experience the moment. Don't be so tied into like making a video, like
content. Yeah, that's what it is.
And I take content, but to me, I put my phone down a lot too while I'm out there. Like,
yeah, man, you gotta prioritize yourself a little bit.
Yeah, working all that shit. Like, sorry, if anything happened while I was going, like, I'm sorry.
I'm curious about the rental car. What kind of car did you get?
I had a Suzuki.
A Suzuki.
Yeah.
Damn, I ain't never drove one of those. I ain't never drove no Suzukis. That was the pricey or no?
Nah,
like 35,
I got the code.
45.
I got a code with I got a work code. So
we gotta talk.
Anytime it's with one company, who I ain't gonna say the name.
Let's make a play.
I ain't gonna say the name. I get up to 40% of a discount on any rent. I've been using this shit for years now.
Yeah, bang.
Yeah. Anywhere I'm traveling, like for that, like
that's a smooth joint.
Yeah,
smooth joint.
Like up to 40%. My rental was $300 total.
Yeah,
for the 4 days.
Solid play.
And that'd be like anywhere really.
Yeah.
LA, my shit was maybe like 400. Miami, my shit was maybe like 350.
Nice.
Yeah. So I get the race.
The whole time. Yeah.
Whole time there.
Yeah, that's tough.
Whole time there. That's why I think it's like, oh, we gonna get there. We go Uber. I'm like, nope. I'm going to the rental spot, and I will pull up on y'all niggas when I get there.
I can't. Like, I gotta talk about my story at some point, but that's something I'm done with on some real shit.
Renting?
Nah, I'll pull up on y'all. No, y'all meet me there. I'll see y'all. Y'all better Uber. I got my way of transportation.
Niggas got an Uber. They got an Uber.
Or call for some bread.
Nah, I'm riding down. I'm riding down there. My sister went to Miami and she was like, yo, we gonna do the Airbnb. I'm like, I'm getting a rental. Like, I'm getting a rental.
I mean,
like, are you gonna chauffeur us around? I'm like, shit, if y'all want to ride, y'all can put down on it. Y'all can put down on it.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Which she ended up doing, but like, I'm not trying to do the Airbnb.
I'm not trying to be the driver. That's what I'm not down to do.
I'm down to be the driver.
I'm not.
I like driving.
That's fine.
I don't like it. Depends on who in the car. Not on vacation. On the car. If it's a bunch of mixed city niggas, I don't know. But like that's fam. Like
I'm not. I want
to make sure my sister get where we gotta go safe. You know.
Yeah, I guess it's different when it's family, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's like when you out with your fellas, shit get old fast.
Depend.
And niggas be forgetting shit.
Depend on
gotta
the
run back to the house. Now I'm gonna like, come on.
Nah, for sure.
It'd be too much. I'm like, listen, I appreciate y'all, but I need y'all to go ahead and cough up some bread, get yourself an Uber, whatever you gonna do. And then especially I can't even enjoy the night the same way because now I gotta make sure I gotta take niggas home.
Yeah,
it's just a lot more. It's like almost like I'm a chaperone at that point. That's too much work.
Yeah, I don't do that. I'll tie you niggas up quick. Like, yo, get your shit together, bro. We gotta ride out.
Shit together. You know
we gotta make moves. But I try not to move it, at least on the nigga side, people that I gotta worry about like that.
Facts.
You know, that's why I keep my shit small. Pause.
That's not that pause.
I don't know. You gotta make sure. MMA brought this shit back.
Keep it small.
If you making any kind of content, you say some pause-worthy shit, it gotta be
no
a pause.
No Diddy.
No Diddy, no pause, whatever you want to call it, man. But yeah, great trip, man. I'm rejuvenated.
I'm grateful you're good.
I'm rested. Like
I could tell when I saw you, when I first saw you, I was like, oh, he's in a good space.
I got my Salehi Bembry Crocs on still, which was my vacay shoe of choice, I guess. A lot of toes out still, on the flyway. I'm rocking with them still. So yeah, great time, man.
Great time.
Great time and a great mood, great energy. It's a great time to be alive, man. Yeah. Mentally, physically, spiritually. So yeah. Very appreciative of the time off. But that's my rap on
that. Was a great rap, man. Thank you so much.
A lot. It ended up being more. I went too long.
You went cricket?
Nah, but
why you get yourself cricket?
Nah, I'm messing around. But I guess it's your turn, bro. Talk about your dream con.
Hey, I just a little guy in Austin. That's all I am. Just a normal old guy,
You was mixy. I seen more content coming from you.
What?
You was dancing with people. Seen with homeboy RDC World and them.
Hey, man. I was out there moving and vibing, and
that's what I said.
I was out there making content.
I thought you had more detail than I would.
Well, where do I begin? So, I'm officially an Austineer at this point.
Austin,
shouts to Austin. ATX, y'all.
You know who
y'all got something, man. Y'all got something out there in Austin. I really appreciate every fiber of the city, the nightlife, but more importantly, I really appreciate DreamCon. Man, there is no place like DreamCon. There's nothing like it you will ever experience. I say anybody who's ever played a video game in their life, who's ever watched an episode of anime in their life, or whoever has done anything in relation to the culture should just pull up. It has now become a thing where we all must go and see what the vibes is like. You know what I'm saying? From grown folks to young kids, there's something for everybody at DreamCon. And I definitely don't regret going out there and turning up with my people. Yes, I'm here for the people. These are my people. Black people that love gaming, that love anime, that love the culture. We were represented. Everybody from Sexy Red was out there.
Sexy Red was out there?
Yeah, Kai Cenat was out there.
I saw he was out there.
Duke Dennis was out there. You know what I'm saying? Whole RDC was out there. Corday was out there. Kev on Stage was out there. Who else? Patrick Cloud, shouts to him from All Def Digital. I got to meet so many people, man. I got to meet Black Ron. Comedian Black Ron was fucking hilarious. He was out in Round Rock, not in necessarily Austin, but he had a show out Round Rock. We went over there. Just Niche, another comedian. You know what I'm saying? She snapped. It was just a wonderful experience being out in Austin, Texas. Food was amazing. Shites to Tyson tacos. Fire breakfast tacos with the brisket and the egg and the potato. The potato.
He went foodie on him.
It went crazy. The vibes was crazy. Shouts to the Coconut Club. Treated me real nice. Had the Jamaican jerk chicken. Shouts to Natalie behind the bar who was giving good drinks. And the food was fire. Like it just
shout out the bartender.
Like I'm just shouting out everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's shouting out every individual.
I'm trying to. It was so much that happened. Like that. There's downsides too. I'm giving you the full recap, right? So we get there first night. We in VIP at Club Reina. Drinks on the house. Bottle of Patron. We in there turning up, toasting it up.
You were sipping?
I was sipping a little something, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I cut loose.
This nigga got in the streets and got mixy, and now he drinking again. That's crazy.
Listen, I was on vacation.
That's wild.
So I had the Patron, you know what I'm saying?
Man, abandoned all his rules on vacation.
That's not true. That's not true. But I was outside. So I had to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be the one dude at the club sitting there not drinking a Coca-Cola or a Coke Zero in my situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. So we had the bottles. We had free bottles. Shout out to my homie Bill, Simone. And he's, philanthropist, big businessman out there. He took care of us, showed us the town, made sure we got treated with the way we supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Whole gang was with me. Got the whole section in the club. Got the bottles. It was just good energy, man. Shouts to him. That was night one. That was before the con even started. That was pre-con. We was outside enjoying ourselves, having a great time. Airbnb was nice. Had the big king size bed, dual showers with the tub, and it was crazy. I had an amazing time. First night, that early morning, I got one of my best and most favorite experiences. I went on a nature walk outside, and I went to a place called Barton Springs. If you from Austin, Texas, you know. If you know, you know. A 5 a.m. nature walk ended with a 6:30 jump into Barton Springs. Ice cold water. It was so refreshing. It was like I went back to Mother Nature and just got reborn, bro. It was like the craziest thing, man. It was just refreshing. Did that, and I'm always this is one of my biggest hacks. Whenever I go somewhere, I check to see if there's a YMCA in the area, because typically they give you a 7-day free pass. That's a hack. That's a hack for you.
Yo,
a 7-day free pass for the YMCA. because you're a new visitor to that YMCA.
You gotta get an address when you do shit like that.
No, you do not. That's the hack.
That is
the
doing
hack.
bad business practices.
I'm trying to tell you, you ain't gotta worry about
on
all
my
that.
side of things. When motherfuckers try to pull that shit
That's
off,
fine.
where you live,
That's fine.
where you live. Because
by the way, you can always give the Airbnb address too, but that's neither here nor there.
This is true.
That's neither here nor there.
This is true.
The point
I might even go so deep to be like, who you know,
who you know, hey, who you out here with,
who you know.
But here's what I'm trying to say. I took the hack and I did my thing, and I did the 7-day pass at the Austin, Texas YMCA. Shouts to Christine, very helpful. Gave us a full tour, gave us all the, the ins and outs and all that. I mean, they had a hot tub.
Christine, you get no membership out of that shit. None.
You get a hot
all
tub.
All that work for nothing.
Hot tub, a sauna. She got a good review. I gave her a good review. Hot tub, a sauna, steam room, full gym. It was beautiful. So, anytime I needed to go ahead and recover, because I'm trying to tell y'all, you got to pace yourself with DreamCon. DreamCon had
sound very taxing.
Kyle on night 1. We didn't go to that though. I told you we did the other joint with I wanted to see Austin just as much as I wanted to see DreamCon. I wanted to see the city. So we was out in the city that first night. We didn't go to the RDC Live Part 1. So they had Kyle there. He performed and all that. That was cool. I know it was dope. I didn't go to that. I saw Kyle last year at the Trap Sushi party, so I didn't really need to see him again. He hasn't released too much new music. So I was like, I'm cool off the Kyle vibes. So anyway, the point of the matter is, that's night 1, drinking, turning up and all that. Of course, you're going to need to recover. Barton Springs, boom, boom, boom. Night 2, or the official night 1, really, because that was like 0 technically by the con. But all the convention was packed. I mean, lines for everything. If you didn't, even if you RSVP'd, you wasn't no guarantee you were going to get into everything you was trying to get into. So that ended up being things. Shouts to Land Party. They had the convention center popping in Exhibit Hall 1. They had the DJ booth. I ended up being featured on the Geechee Gamer. Her shouts to her. She had a little spelling bee. And I wanted to ask you this on the pod too, because I had a chance to win 2 VIP tickets to an after party, but I had to spell a word.
Oh, you lost on some spelling shit?
I lost on some spelling shit, but I want to know if you would have won. Would you be willing?
To spell a word?
To spell a word.
Don't do this to me on live pod.
Why not? I got caught.
Let's see.
So
I ain't the smartest motherfucker.
I ain't the smartest. Are you smarter than a hood nigga? You ready?
Yeah.
Spell conscientious.
Conscientious?
Conscientious.
This the word you lost on?
It's the word I lost on.
CONSCIENTIOUS.
Conscientious. Man, that man would have won that. You would have won that, man.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm smarter than y'all niggas think, man. Clap it up for your boy.
Oh, you gotta get the right one. I love how you
wrong shit.
gonna talk all shit.
Air horns. Because the nigga know how to spell conscientious.
Conscientious, yeah. I caught an L. I caught an L on that. I think it was different when the lights is on.
The pressure, the lights is on.
Lights is on. But I still had a great time. I still connected with a bunch of people that first day. And then after that first day, I realized I gotta pace myself. I was running around in the con all day, turning up in the exhibit hall all day, and by the time it got to nighttime, I was like, I need to chill. I'm not even. I need to relax. So that first night, I took it down, bro. It was like I got back to the crib, the Airbnb like 11. I was just like, this is a lot for me.
You need a night
I need a nap. After
you
night
got a
1,
turn up trip, you need a nap.
I need a nap. So I took it down for the first night. I said, nope. None of the after parties was appealing to me. And then we were supposed to go to the AMP party, the AMP Sexy Red party, Sexy Red after party. And I was like, this is going to be I got 2 more nights of this. I can't
Nah, you should have popped out for Sexy Red.
Nah, I didn't. I mean, I'm not gonna, no shots to Sexy Red, no shots. I promise, no shots to Sexy Red.
Even if you're not a
but
Sexy Red
I'm not a Sexy
person,
Red. I'm not a Sexy Red fan.
You got to see the reaction of people with Sexy Red.
Nah, I'm
I
good.
would have done it just
as
for
soon
that.
as she came out in the cosplay with the devil outfit on, I was like, nah, I'm straight.
Oh,
yeah. Like that's all the sign I need. I'm gonna stay my black ass home.
I hear you.
I'm straight. I don't need none of that energy around me. I said to myself, you know what I mean? Y'all have a good night, fellas. They went out on the town, did their thing. I don't know the story because I wasn't there. And then I came home. We went our separate ways in that regard.
Hey, man.
And I loved it. I loved the bed was nice. I had a king size bed. I loved it. Enjoyed myself, enjoyed my night, went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and went to the YMCA. like I planned to. Had myself a nice little soak in the hot tub, felt revitalized, and was ready for con. I did another thing. I did a couple interviews, went to the content room, took a couple photos. It was real dope. Had a great time in that regard. Was ready for the nighttime after party. Went to 2 different ones. And then I think the one I went to, I met Mark, got to dap up Mark, head of RDC, pretty much the CEO of the whole DreamCon convention, and saw Ben too, part of RDC World. It was just dope. It was just on a whim. We was just like boom, waiting for the elevator together. Just got a chance to talk to him, dap him up. You know what I mean? It was dope.
They had the camera ready for that one.
Oh yeah, that was a smooth move. You see me on that, right?
You handed it off like, yo.
I was like, hey, yo, take care of this. We on this.
I see you. I know the vibe.
Nah, it was definitely a good vibe, definitely a good time, and it was dope. It was dope. Finessed my way into the VIP section of that party, but it wasn't lit. I think like it was more like a performance than it was a party. So I was like, man, I'm out of here. It was nothing more than me to see. Went and spent the time on 6th Street. If you've never been to Austin, Texas, 6th Street is like the mecca of clubs. It's like so much energy out there. They shut down like, I don't know how many blocks, like maybe 6. I don't know. But they shut down this many blocks, and every like 5 feet is a club, bar, club, nightclub, bar. It's a whole block.
I've never been, but I heard a lot of great things about Austin.
It's bananas, and it was crazy. I saw this chick get into a fight. It was a bachelorette party, and the bachelorette got knocked out by one of the bridesmaids. It was crazy, right in the middle of the street. So it was just a lot happening. Shouts to hope your wedding goes over well. But other than that, man, I just enjoyed myself outside that night, and that was supposed to be my last night. The last night of the con, there was supposed to be like yacht parties and all that, and I wasn't really too pressed to go to any of that. I was like, you know what, I'm out. My flight leaves around 2:00. Everything's supposed to be good. I'm coming back Sunday. I'm good. So I, get up in the morning, take my rental car back.
They swap your flight on you, then.
Tuck my rental car back.
They fucked your flight up.
I get to the airport, and I pull up. You know what I'm saying? Got my bag, my things all that. I check my bag. I check my bag, and I got my carry on. And I just so happened, I was like, you know what? Let me leave one outfit in my carry-on just in case, you know what I'm saying? And I get to the flight, I get into my seat. I'm sitting there on the plane, and this is your pilot speaking. It appears we have a little bit of a delay here. Seems like there's a mechanical issue. We're gonna take care of it, and hopefully we get out of here in about 20 minutes. 25 minutes go by. Hey, this is your pilot speaking again. Seems like there's another issue here. They're not sure if we're going to be able to take off at this time. We may need to deboard everyone. We're still looking into it. Give me another 5-10 minutes. Then 15 minutes go by. He says, okay, at this time, if anyone wants to deplane, I said, yeah, I'm out. Hey, I'm out, yo. There's too much going on. I'm out of here, yo. Yeah, I'm out of here. I was one of the first persons, like, mechanical issue. You want me to deplane? What's going on? There's too much. So many questions, American Airlines. I was looking sketchy at you like it was a spirit. So I was like, you know what? This is a sign for me to get off this plane. I got off the plane, and they gave me a free hotel and a free meal voucher, which was cool, but I didn't have no transportation. So I literally had to race back. I was like, I hope she didn't put my car in the system. Because if she didn't, I can just pick the car that I had back up and use that car still until I'm done. Mm-hmm. So I'm racing back to the Alamo person, and shouts to Brooke. Brooke, thank you so much.
You very good with names. I forgot all these niggas' names.
I remember, and if you take care of me, I'm gonna take care of you,
take
man.
Care of me, I ain't gonna remember your name. I'm sorry.
Man, I tell you,
sorry.
So I leave a good review on everything. Like ChatGPT, man, I'm just
super special,
boom.
Or I just gotta remember your shit by chance.
The point of the matter is, shouts to Brooke. Brooke didn't put my name in the system. Not only did she do that, she gave the car away though, but she went into the system, found a car that was turned in during the same time frame that I brought my car back. And instead of me returning my car, I swapped my car. So I ended up getting a newer model of the Camry I had with hybrid, eco, all the bells and whistles. I ended up with a kind of like an upgrade for no reason. It was wonderful. I had a vehicle, I had the hotel, I had everything I needed, still had an outfit, and then there was one more after party. And your boy, you'll be proud of your boy over there, man. Your boy Kendrick, man.
He popped out and showed niggas?
Oh my goodness. The way the people reacted.
He was there, or this nigga was playing this shit?
They reacted.
Yeah, nah, I know what that do. Yeah, still months later. W.
My goodness.
Yeah, nah.
That night was the way the con should have ended. It was crazy. Shouts to Tamara. Saw her there. She was in Anime House 6, RDC World put together. It was just a lot of energy that last night that I'm glad I didn't miss to close out this whole thing. I didn't go to the YMCA that next morning, but I wanted to. But it was just one of those ways to end the whole Dream Convention on a positive note. On the flip side, crazy thing, I ended up selling my badge and getting my money back for the whole convention. So technically I went to DreamCon, at least the convention itself, for free.
So that's a fire
joint right there. Yeah.
Nah,
anyway,
sure.
So it all worked out. The next flight, it was a little bit of a delay the next morning because your boy Biden was coming to Texas and he flew into the Austin International Airport. So I had to wait on the tarmac again for another 25, 30 minutes.
Man, listen,
but it all worked out. We got home safely. I'm here now.
Tarmac wait be something.
Wonderful time. You know what I'm saying? Still representing. Got a little bit of the gaming energy with the Street Fighter shirt on today. So just know, I really appreciate, RDC World and, all the people that came out to DreamCon. If you haven't ever gone, it's just worth it to just go one time. But just prepare yourself, pace yourself, and maybe go to the Y. And Barton Springs too.
And make sure you pay that fee too, and give the people their money.
Nah, we ain't paying fees.
Stop showing up when
we
you
ain't
got a real
fees.
shot at signing up at that establishment. Pay the fee.
We ain't hurting nobody. Let's go ahead and get our workout in.
That's what's up. So we got all the things recapped with the trips.
Yeah, man, it was wonderful, man.
Any more trips coming up soon?
Nah, next up is the celebrity basketball game. That's really the focus right now.
That ain't no trip.
That's not a trip. That's I also will be going to DC too for Dear Summer Barbecue. Shouts to them.
All right.
Shouts to Dear Summer, DC.
I'm here.
August 24th.
I'm just happy because it's a very short week for me. I got back Monday, early as hell.
Yep.
I worked a little bit on Tuesday. I worked a lot today. Tomorrow I work a little bit. Then it's 3-day weekend, birthday weekend coming up. So
yeah, man. Are you excited? How old are you turning officially?
38.
Damn. Nah, mess with you.
We're going to get into it.
Nah,
we're going to get into it.
Nah, I just wanted to.
We're going to flip things to the sports side currently. Well, I just want to talk about my ace.
Just joking.
We going Olympics. We've kicked off the Olympics 2024.
Hey.
A lot of big sports action going on right now. Some of my favorite. We already know. I talked about the Olympics on the last episode.
Yeah, so you did. It
is a great time to be just a sports fan and a spectacle of athletics that we're seeing. We will get into a couple topics on the Olympic side. Shouts to the Team USA Gymnastics women.
Mm-hmm.
They just took the team final yesterday. Won the gold medal. Simone Biles and them.
Come on now.
Did
you have any doubts?
Nah. They've been dominant. They've been dominant for the past few years. They did lose. They won 2 golds. They lost the next one, so that would then be the 2021 Olympics or whatever. They didn't bring home gold in that, but they last 3 to 4 Olympics. They've been bodying shit. Gabby Douglas and them back in that days, Allie Raisman and shit. So they've been dominant for a while. Now we're seeing the next iteration of that. Shout out to Simone Biles. She is now the most decorated U.S. gymnast.
Come on now.
In history.
In history.
You know. I was just seeing some shit buzzing around. She got blocked by one of her old teammates over some shit. Yeah, so.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Some funny shit. But shouts to Black Greatness.
Man.
Black Greatness.
Black excellence.
I keep hitting the wrong one today. I'm sorry. I don't want to put no cricket next to your name. Come with earphones for Simone Biles. She had Serena out there watching her. She had Michael Phelps out there watching her.
Of course,
so I think it's fire because it was like, I seen a little post. They said goats watching goats. And that shit was like, you know, it was dope to see that. You know, them being excited about the way she was performing. And the whole team, they bodied that shit.
Everybody.
The one girl, Jordan, Childs, the other black girl on the team. She's a gymnast. I'm blanking on a name. I'm terrible with names. We already discussed that. But she's bodied it too. And I think she got a lot more flair than Simone Biles.
Yeah.
Simone is like, she's still put together, but she with the shits. Like, she gonna yell after her performance, and they started talking about that shit, like how she shows more passion than the other female gymnasts that, like, historically, how they all supposed to be petite and finish out. She finished up her shit. She's like, "Let's go," like that kind of
Which
shit.
I love, bro. I love passion.
It's fire. I like to see that. So it was good to see them,
especially
out
when it's
doing
not
anything.
like trash talk. It's just like pure passion,
you know. And it ain't really much trash talk in gymnasts because you gonna have to perform. The numbers is gonna show.
It's gonna show
you versus the score kind of sport, and its pressure is very interesting to see them performing that way. And we already talked about gymnasts the last podcast. So, you know, shouts to the men's gymnast team too. They took gold. They got a medal for the first time in a long time. So way to come out and perform. Homeboy who was on the pommel horse. They said he was
the pommel horse boy was snapping, bro.
He was just sitting in the back with his Clark Kent on, got out there and bodied the performance, brought home the medal. So shouts to them.
Yep.
Who else we had out there having good performances?
You know,
the USA is still in the lead NBA, with the total medal count.
Total medals,
we don't have the most goals right now,
yeah.
But that's kind of how it always goes, just because the USA has the biggest conglomerate of athletes versus any other country. We take the most athletes to the Olympic across all the sports.
Facts.
Like there's countries that will have like a basketball team there, like a track team there, but not for any other sports and stuff like that. The USA has the biggest conglomerate of athletes going to the Olympics to compete. So by kind of nature, we have the most medals because
we have a greater chance.
We have a greater chance with more athletes in. So, you know, gold medals is, you know, one thing, but it's good to see people just medaling and performing out there for their nation, country, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
In general, some sports I'm a little bit more tapped into. Other ones I'm not as abreast in. But you know, the ones I love, you know, are really just the basketball side of it. The gymnastics, track and field hasn't even started yet, so that, you know, it turns up.
I can't
turns
wait.
Up next week when that shit comes into play. But a lot of interesting sports right now. They got the niggas shooting and shit. Like, do you see the meme going around with the John Wick, like for the Olympic shooting? It's crazy. There's a lot of crazy shit going on sports-wise.
It's so much to follow. It's on all day long.
It is. But I have this shit on literally all day long. That's not like of a junkie I am. I was watching that shit in the car. Like sometimes I'll listen to music or a podcast. When the Olympics is on, I'm playing whatever's on the broadcast in the car. Like, I definitely have Peacock. I got the app up and loaded.
Let me get the login because I don't got that shit.
You just want my login for
why? But you never give me the login for none of them. I'm trying to get one.
You ain't asked at the improv like proper time. You gotta let me know when you want to watch.
Is a certain time?
Nah, ain't even that. Just let me know outside of here because I'm gonna forget when I leave here. That type of vibe.
I give you that. I just need a login, dog. That's what I'm trying to see. Because I ain't got. Because I don't really watch. What's it, live TV, what they say? Live, I don't have live TV. All I have is streaming in my crib.
USA with 30 total.
30 total medals?
Next nation is France, 25, China, 18, Great Britain, 17, Japan, 15, Australia, 14, and I just lost it because they pulled the graphic. Yeah, big time.
30 total medals is crazy.
And that's just a start. We ain't even past the full first week, so, you know.
So, I guess how many gold? You know how many gold?
How many gold?
Yeah.
I just missed it. I can pull it up. We can
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, but now we wasn't in the lead with the goal. I think Japan was in the lead with the goal currently.
Shouts to Japan, yo.
But it's a lot of Japan type sports right now. Not to sound
Japan. Yo, wow. What does that mean?
I'm gonna walk that statement back. But there's a lot of sports where like Japan is strong in early. Is all I'm saying.
I don't even know what that. I'm not touching it.
Is all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, all right.
But we go. Olympics is rolling. We're gonna get to the basketball team. So.
Come on, man.
3-on-3 basketball you just brought up, which I didn't even know you was into.
Nah, I'm not into it, but I did peep it, and I was just like, doesn't look good.
Team USA ain't looking good right
doesn't
now.
look good for Team USA.
But here's Serbia yesterday.
Here's my question. Maybe
and
you
Poland
noticed
today. Jimmer Fredette.
Maybe you noticed.
They got you on lock, bro.
Maybe you noticed the difference between
3-on-3 versus 5-on-5.
Yeah, the full 5-on-5.
5-on-5 is the more classic game, which we know.
Yeah.
Like 3-on-3 basketball has been big globally for years and years and years now.
Shouts to the big
Which is why they added it to the Olympics. I was with Christine yesterday. She was like, when did they add
3-on-3
3-on-3? I was like, a while ago. I couldn't remember the exact year, but I remember like watching 3-on-3 basketball tournaments in like overseas while I was playing. Like in France and freaking in Czech Republic. Like, so 3-on-3 basketball has been a thing for a long time. It's a world championship every year for 3-on-3. Yeah. So when you get to that level, you really in place for like Olympic considerations once your sport grows that big to where there's global like world championships for the sport.
Yeah.
I know someone that used to play for Team USA. Shout out to my boy Domo from Brooklyn in New York. Not from Brooklyn, from New York, but he used to play for the Team USA 3-on-3 Olympics. Like, he played, he competed, he qualified, and they got in. So he's played in some of the tournaments that they've had. So it's been big for a while, but they put it into the Olympics now for some time. So the only really, like, the difference is the game is only half court. It's 3-on-3. It's a lot more fast paced because there's a shot clock. I think the shot clock is, how many seconds is the shot clock on? I want to say 18 or something like that. Might be less than that. Might be less. I forget what the exact time of the shot clock is, but it's a lot faster. Possessions run a lot quicker, so it's not really that many stoppage and plays. It's like you get the ball, you got to inbound that shit or get it outside the 3-point line to be able to attack again. It's like classic rules of street ball.
Of course, yeah.
Like you get that shit off the rim, you got to clear it, then you can score. Like that type of shit. So as soon as you make or miss, the team is like rolling into it, and there's no make it, take it. So if you score, other team gets that shit, they get a chance to attack you. So it's going back and forth. So the pace of the game wears on you a little bit quicker, so there's not that many stoppages and plays. So, all the things, the difference is your fouls don't count against you, they count against your team. Once you get to a certain point, you get bonus shots just like in regular basketball. But it's no like individual fouls. It's like team fouls. So, those little like quirky things about the game make it different. But outside of that, it's just like street ball. Like, yo, you got 3, I got 3. We're gonna rock like that, but just on the highest level of like world competition basketball, that type of shit. And Team USA is in a dogfight right now. They may or may not get out of pool play. Took 2 losses early. As I said, Jimmer Fredette was supposed to be the savior of USA basketball, and they looking like that right now. So
and it all goes back to that
women too.
Caitlin
the
Clark.
Women lost too. The women lost. Haley Van Lith, they lost their game yesterday. I forget who they was playing. Damn. I think an Eastern European nation, but they lost their game too yesterday. So,
man,
5-on-5 though, they bodying it.
Maybe we should have brought Caitlin Clark, huh?
To where 3-on-3? It's a different game, man.
I'm just saying.
It's a different game, so you don't know how that
could
shit's
at least
gonna
offered
translate.
it to young Clark. You know what I mean?
And the thing about it is 3-on-3, they don't really bring in those top athletes like that. It'd be like the ones who was like, or are up and coming and pretty good, or ones that was like good for a while and like they kind of like fell off. Not fell
good
off,
for a
but
while, but fell off. That's
like
crazy.
Jimmer Fredette. Like we know Jimmer's a college freaking legend.
Yeah.
Like, got to the league, had a little stint, but he didn't stick. And like that kind of vibe. Like you get those players to play 3-on-3. Like you're not really getting fucking Kevin Durant to go play on the 3-on-3 team. They're gonna pull him to the 5-on-5 team. Caitlin would play on the 5-on-5 team if she got that like call or that offer, But either way, like 5-on-5 teams is doing what they're supposed to do. Women smacked who's it to play? Japan the other day? Was it Japan?
I can't remember.
It was a Asian nation, but they ran through them. I'm pretty sure it was Japan because it was. I think I distinctly remember Japan. I'm seeing so many sports and teams and countries I can't keep up. But Team USA men's, little controversy going on right now.
What's that? What's the controversy?
Niggas not playing.
Jason Tatum sitting on the bench.
DMPs. Jason Tatum out there, not playing. This most recent game, they played South Sudan again today. Ran through South Sudan. Very not very competitive game. USA was in control for most of it, but Joel Embiid didn't play, most notably. So now the buzz is in the bump. Like it's all about how he didn't play this game. Feelings.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts?
I'm just curious.
I felt the way about Jason Tatum's situation.
What you feel about that?
I don't necessarily feel the way about Joel Embiid's situation.
That's interesting. Why did you feel the way about Jason but not Joel?
Because it's a little bit more like it was a little bit more. I don't want to say distasteful, but it's like you could have found some minutes for him.
Oh, I agree with that.
You could have found some minutes for him. But I think the situation on that team is like LeBron James is the problem with that.
Oh, here we go.
But
how did I know it was somehow land on
LeBron James and Kevin Durant? I would say both of them.
How?
Because they play his position. They play the same. They're forwards, so rotationally, like he's not further down the depth chart when you got LeBron James and Kevin Durant on the team.
But that's not.
I don't think that anybody really anticipated KD was going to come back and play like that the first game where he dropped 23 off the bench. Didn't miss but one shot the whole game. So like I didn't think they anticipated that. So depending on how that was going to go, may have sunk him deeper and deeper down into consideration for actually playing. But
I wouldn't have played him that game.
I would have found some minutes for him once the game's in control.
When? At
the end of the game, once it's already in control.
I think that's more of an insult to give him garbage minutes too.
Nah, but it's not for a tournament like that because everything counts in the Olympics. The point differentials counts for like coming out of group play. Not that the USA is going to be worried about coming out of group play, but even against South Sudan today, they didn't stop playing until the last fucking shot. Like the last buzzer went off because South Sudan is now in a dogfight to make sure that they got enough points to come out of group play.
But what's his name did play today, didn't he?
Who?
Jason.
Yeah, he played a little bit. He started, but I didn't see he started, but I found out later because I caught the game late. I was training a client, then I got to it. But he got in to the start of the lineup, and he didn't really perform that well. I caught it halfway through the third, and I thought he was sitting again because he had his warm-up on. I'm like, oh, shit, again, Steve Kerr? But then they said, no, Joel Embiid hasn't played today, and I'm like, oh, okay. But, I think Jason shit is a little crazier just because of the run he's on right now. First team All-NBA.
Yes.
Not the finals MVP, but reigning NBA champion currently right now. And again, you put in Derek White in the game more than him. And I'm not knocking Derek White because he's a very talented he's a very good piece of a basketball player, and he's a very good defender. So I can understand why they did that against Serbia. But end of the day, bro, it's Jason Tatum. Like, you're going to be net positive in some way by having him on the floor, I think. So I don't think there's a way that you can say for sure that you couldn't find a way for him to get in the game.
I mean, he started the game today and he hit the side of the backboard with his first shot.
No doubt.
To me,
which is why you give him minutes, even if it's garbage, because if you need him for the rest of the tournament, you got to get him in the rhythm.
Yeah, he is not in rhythm right now.
So now you throw him in the starting lineup, coming off of a performance or lack of any performance because he didn't play, and now the pressure's on him to come out and do well. Because now we throw you in the starting lineup. Let's see what you come out and do. It's like you could have found minutes for him in the first game and got him in rhythm and be like, yo, you might not play that much. Because he said he talked to him before the game. Mm-hmm. I would have said, listen, you might not play that much tonight, but once you get into a certain position, I'm going to try to find some minutes for you. Let's be ready. We're going to need you throughout the rest of the tournament, so let's go when it's time to go. I think you have a better response from the player like that, knowing that tonight might not be my night. I got LeBron, I got KD in front of me, which he probably knows already. Like, these niggas are gonna play more. But again, positionless basketball, you could put him out there on the floor for someone. If it
performs, the team perform optimally is what we want, right? We want the best.
They're gonna perform. It's Team USA.
I understand
it's
that.
Team USA. It's only gonna take but so long until they start beating motherfuckers into the dirt with that level of talent on the team. They just had to figure out how to play together.
That's the biggest piece to me.
And you don't help him by not giving him no minutes when you're gonna need everybody.
Yeah,
that's what he said. I felt stupid for not. Whatever you said, I felt like
an idiot.
Like an idiot for not playing them. Like, yeah, you're an idiot, bro, because you're gonna need all of your fucking players. So get them minutes, even if it's like, all right, we beat them by 20 now. The point differential isn't going to matter for the U.S. because you should be that much more dominant than everybody. So that points doesn't matter. Everybody else should be playing for points.
Yep.
You're gonna get your players in rhythm, so you keep the team functioning optimally, so that whoever you put in the game, you're gonna get a good performance out of.
I agree with that.
So to me, it's like it doesn't make sense.
It still doesn't explain why you're not upset Joel Embiid didn't play.
Because I think Joel Embiid is not healthy.
Okay, here we go.
I still think he's not healthy.
What do you think he needs?
Nothing says he's completely optimal and healthy about it. It's like he's being dragged through this whole experience. You're not even really American. We put you on the team to say, like, we're going to have you as a big body.
How's he not really American?
He's a naturalized citizen. He's not from America.
Okay.
He's not
so
from
he's still
America.
a citizen of America, though.
Sure, now, because they gave him a citizenship. I could be a citizen of Barbados next year if I put in my paperwork to do it. I'm not a natural Barbadian person.
No, I'm saying he's still American, though.
Yeah, sure he's an American. By here, you got it, we gift you. And they could pick and choose who they want to give that shit to if you're just being honest.
That's true.
So I think he's been dragged along for the experience. He's not healthy. He's not been healthy all fucking year. Like, he came back to the playoffs hobbling. He had Bell's palsy. He had his knee. Like, we saw what happened in the playoffs. It takes months to recover from that kind of shit.
I agree with you.
So you turn it around and go again, and now you got to play through the Team USA basketball and then turn around maybe a few weeks later and start getting ready for your NBA season again. He needs to fucking rest. He's injury prone anyway.
He is.
So God forbid you play him today when you don't really quote unquote need him, and then he get hurt or some shit like that. Like, so I wasn't even tripping about shit like that because he's not healthy. Like, basketball players who are really watching the game could see he's not healthy, and he's not really playing well either. On top of that, and he's had minutes. He's had a chance to play well, unlike Jason Tatum, where you ice this man out and then you put him in a start lineup. Joel Embiid has been playing and not very well. Anthony Davis playing better than him. Bam Adebayo was playing better than him. So I can see against South Sudan, a very athletic team is going to get up and down. Joel, you're not good at that shit. Pace got to slow down for you. It's going to slow down at some point, like it did in Serbia when they gave him a chance to play. Teams who are slower, so today's not a good matchup for you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that Jason Tatum, there's not going to be a situation to where there's a bad matchup that you can't put him in any game.
Okay.
He's 6'9", he could defend, he can shoot, he can handle the ball, he can pass, he could do a bunch of different things that are valuable to the team to where he's not going to be a liability.
I wish you could say all that when we were doing the Dallas versus Celtics.
I couldn't at that point. I couldn't. And I'm still, Jason Tatum still got flaws in his game. Like, I'm not going to say that, I'm just giving him credit for what he has earned, and I think he definitely earned some minutes that he didn't get. So Steve Kerr,
how many minutes do you think he should have played?
It's tough. Like Steve Kerr did say it's a 40-minute game, which changes things. But again, it's because you have LeBron James and Kevin Durant.
So how much is going?
And if I want to get into my real point, I really think like this whole shit is, and it's going to sound like I'm hating again, but I think it is it's a LeBron, like, they trying to showcase him as the greatest old athlete, like that
Isn't
type
he?
shit. Sure, but we know that. Like,
so
take a back seat, bro.
Why would LeBron? He's the best player, and he's 40.
Right.
He's still the best player.
Look at any other best player when they're 40.
No, they're not the best player no more.
I'm not trying to do that much.
They're not the best player no more.
I'm not trying to do that much.
They're not the best player.
LeBron's not the best player on that team.
Who's better?
Kevin Durant.
By what margin?
By the margin of, we saw what happened when he came into the game. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, LeBron played well too, so I'm not saying LeBron isn't one of the better players, but
that's what I'm saying. The margin is so thin.
They're going to win with LeBron. They're going to win if he play a little bit less, bro. Like, when Kobe came onto the USA team with D-Wade, Melo, LeBron, Kobe was trying to do a little bit of work. Yeah, I got this shit. Let me know when y'all need me, and I'm going to bring this bitch home. Not to say, bro, you're going to run up and down all game. You're the feature. You're the person that's like, bro, it's like, sit down a little bit. Sit down a little bit. Let the young niggas get some tick.
When they
the young niggas get some tick.
When they were doing the showcase and they needed those points at the end of the game, LeBron stepped up.
Sure.
And KD wasn't playing at that time.
Sure. Somebody else could have stepped up too. Anthony Davis could have probably done some of a little bit of the same shit.
Anthony Edwards could have.
Jason Tatum could have done some of a little bit of the same shit. Steph Curry
could have, but they didn't.
No, but I'm saying there's multiple players that can impact the game in
I agree with
similar kind of ways.
I agree with
it's not like you need LeBron to bring home no performances. Y'all ass shouldn't have been down like that to begin with to even need that kind of performance. But again, y'all figuring out how to play together, so I do understand it takes time. But same time, bro, LeBron is like, bro, like, you sit your ass down.
You a LeBron hater, man.
I'm not a LeBron hater. I
call a spade a spade. You hating on LeBron.
I'm not hating on LeBron. I'm just saying that he needs, he should, not even should. Everybody gonna do what they want to do. Therapist talk. But either way, I think that he has the persona that he needs to have the gratification of being.
I think that's your projection. No one said that he needs that. I think that he gets it. I think he gets it by proxy.
He moves like he needs it. He moves like he needs it.
Nah, man.
He moves like he needs it. His whole aura reads that
I don't buy that, man.
He wants the attention.
I don't believe it.
He's an attention whore, bro.
Oh, you call him an attention whore?
He's an attention whore.
You're calling LeBron James an attention whore.
And there's no knock. He's a great player, but some people like the attention. Like Noah Lyles, we just talked about him. When he gets out there and starts running, he likes the attention. Usain Bolt likes the attention. So, like, I'm not saying that there's a flaw in his character as an athlete. I'm saying once you get to a certain age, doesn't that attention get old?
I think
when you've achieved everything you could, Usain Bolt attention no matter what. This is a quote that Usain Bolt said about the Jamaican, the sprinter for Jamaica, the female sprinter for Jamaica, blanking on her name again. What is her name? I'm gonna be mad at myself if I don't get it. But he was basically saying that her performance made him feel like he should have gave the game a lot more time because she's older. She's 35, 36 and performing in this Olympics right now. Shelly-Ann Fraser. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. Sorry. Yeah. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. I don't know her, but she's legendary. Legendary. One of the best Jamaican sprinters of all time. All time. But she's older right now. She's 35 and 35 or 30. She's mid-30s, mid to upper 30s. Athlete at times, that's like you decline it.
Let's hang
and she's still out there like winning races. So his point was like at that age, like, damn, did I quit too early type shit.
Facts.
Well, Usain Bolt was like, I bet, like, I'm done. I don't need the attention or anything like that. I did everything there is to do as an athlete. What else am I giving to the game? Like, for what else am I getting out of the game that I need to keep doing this? I want to chill. I want to kick it, you know? So again, that's versus
a personal choice.
You're right. It's a personal choice. But again, back to what you said about LeBron needing the attention, he moves like he needs attention.
Nah, I don't believe that. I feel like once you're at that level, it's kind of like a planet and you have an orbit that's already going to be pulling in the attraction and the attention no matter what you do. There's things that you just do and you're like, man, this is going to bring eyes. I don't even intend to bring eyes, but it's just going to happen because
he likes to
of
have
the name and the brand.
Deniability that he doesn't know he's going to bring eyes to everything he fucking does.
Everything he does, but is that a part of who he is, or is that a side effect of his hard work?
This thing is both. Two things can be true.
Yeah. So I think I'm not going to blame him.
He loves to create his own narratives. So again, if you want to create the narrative that, hey, like, I'm old, I know I've done a lot in this game, and I'm just here to support the next generation of athletes because this is my last Olympics. I'm going to just be here to support as we go get this gold medal.
And you know what's crazy?
You're still going to get the gold, which is one more than Michael Jordan. You're still going to give yourself more GOAT conversation, blah, 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 whatever. But you could have been on the team, just say, yo, I'm here to support y'all, man. Like, give me like 15, 20 minutes a game. Y'all go out there and rock. If y'all need me in the fourth quarter, I'm here for y'all. I don't need to feel like I am the catalyst for this fucking team.
That's fair.
You shouldn't have to be the catalyst for that team.
I mean, you're assuming that he's not going to be around in the next 4 years.
He's done.
You think so, huh?
He's done. I
mean, the performances he's putting on doesn't look like he's done for another 4 years.
When you fall off hard in basketball.
He didn't fall off yet.
Right. But when he does, it's going to be a hard fall off. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
You know?
If I see him get cooked in the next season, then I'm like, are you right?
He's been getting cooked, bro.
Who cooked him?
He's been getting cooked. LeBron defensively is not LeBron. Like, we getting into different shit.
We know that.
We getting into a whole different shit.
We know that.
Niggas give LeBron work now. He's not the defender that he once was. He conserves himself because he knows he can't do that shit. But he's not the defender he once was.
Nah, I agree with you, but I just don't think that he's getting cooked out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have any highlights that come to my mind where it's like, oh damn, it's over. You know what I mean? You know how you see them joints and you're like, it's not.
It's not over because he's still who he is in the league and in the game. I'm just saying at a certain point, like, you could take a back seat is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't take a back seat if I was in that position and I still had the abilities.
What are you gaining? What are you gaining from not taking a back seat?
It's just the competitive nature of the game.
Sure.
It's like you're not going to come in there and throw half-ass energy into what you do. It ain't half-ass
energy. It's like, I'm going to be here to help with whatever I feel like I have to give. But I'm still going to play into a concept where I know the next generation of athletes is up and coming and they need support too.
LeBron isn't the coach. He's the
Again, Kobe
player.
Bryant, bro. Kobe Bryant with the Olympic teams is a lot different than Kobe Bryant on the Lakers.
Steve Kerr is putting him in the game. He's playing the minutes he's playing.
Right, because it's the agenda is put LeBron on the pedestal.
That now, whose agenda is that?
LeBron's agenda and everyone's agenda.
Come on now.
It is LeBron's agenda and everyone's agenda.
LeBron has a lot of power.
I guarantee if Kobe went into the Olympic teams back when he was on them and said, yo, I need this, that, whatever, then he could have got whatever the fuck he wanted. From Coach K, who loved Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Who loved Kobe Bryant. I'm going to be here. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to score my points. Y'all run the show mainly. I'm here to be an isolation scorer, and that's it. You know, which LeBron can't do. So it ain't like, you know, that's his forte. So that's a whole difference. That's a whole different thing.
I think that if you're looking at LeBron and his abilities and you have him on your team, you might as well utilize him.
Sure, but you don't have to utilize him as much as you are.
I think
he's 40. Everyone knows he's 40.
He's 40.
Why are you playing this nigga so many minutes when you have Jason Tatum on the team?
I do believe.
This is what I'm saying.
This is my saying. I do believe Jason Tatum could have got minutes in that game.
Yeah, find some minutes for him.
I do believe that. Taking them from LeBron or KD, it could have happened. I don't understand the structure of the team right now because it seems like LeBron isn't playing point guard. So it's like
LeBron is always playing point guard.
And that's the problem.
All right.
Because if he is, then
he don't know how to do shit
why
else.
Is Steph out there? Like
Steph has never been really a quintessential point guard though.
That's my problem
and
too.
Steph's purpose on the team is for shooting.
Or
he can be a decoy in a lot of ways.
Decoy,
He's a shooter. He's a shooter. Like, of course, you know what Steph's going to bring to the table.
That's why he gets double teamed and opens somebody up.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I understand
he's
that. I
out
just
there
feel
to
like
be the shooter, and I don't even think Steph want to have to do that much. Steph don't move like he want to have to do that much either. Like, yo, bro, like you got it. Give me the ball. I'm gonna pop my three. Whatever. I know Katie gonna get that bitch when we need a point. When
Katie
we need
gonna
points.
get that bitch.
So
for
you know
sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like the team is set around. We have multiple ways to be successful.
Those are the three. Steph,
the generation,
KD,
the OGs,
and
the
LeBron.
generational talent. Like, I get that shit. But again, like the young dudes are still up and coming. So you got to be able to support them in some kind of way. And I don't think LeBron at 40 is needed for him to get over the hump for the Olympic team to win the gold medal.
If they let's see. I want to see because Jason Tatum did start.
We seeing it.
He did start. So you can't complain that he didn't get a chance. He had his chance. That was start.
Listen, man, players know. If you're in the right situation, basketball is all about confidence. And there's a way to say, like, yeah, you should always be confident. You should, whatever. You know, the work you put in, all that other shit.
Keep your hands up.
But there are situations where the player is not suited for him to shine to his best of his capabilities. And that's one of them. Like, you can't not play the man and throw him in the starting lineup. That's too big of a drastic, like you should know that, Steve Kerr. Like, that's a big drastic drop from like not playing at all to the next game you're in the starting lineup. It can go great. You can come out there and have a great performance.
That's what happened with KD.
But that's different. That's different. KD got minutes in the game, his first game back. Jason Tatum was playing up until the whole freaking like shit was over.
Yeah.
So you put a player in rotation, he's playing minutes, he gets to the first game, and then it's like, okay, nah, you ain't gonna play at all. And I'm gonna start you the next game. Like, that's funny. Like, you can't, like, that puts a lot of pressure on the player, and players got to play under pressure. So I'm not saying it isn't going to happen.
Facts.
But again, it can go one way or another. So you can't expect that it's going to have a great outcome off of him not playing at all. Mentally, what that does to the player. We're talking about that shit all across the media. Like, oh, that's embarrassing for him, whatever. Like, you know, he got to get over all that shit just to be able to perform properly the next game, because you got to like push all that shit to the back.
Right.
I'm an NBA champion, and I got two niggas who's on my team who I'm better players than, Drew Holiday and Derek White, and these niggas got in the game before me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, they're better defenders. I'll say that. But
sure,
other than that, yeah, I agree with you.
Sure.
I agree with you. Jason should have got some shine.
You don't need both of them on the floor that much. Like,
I'm curious what the next game's going to look like. Who's going to be the starting five?
I mean,
because you can interchange it with anybody. Really,
keep changing it. Joel Embiid got to play next game, so we're gonna figure out who sits. Like, because there's no way you can play 10 people on this. It's like it's a 40-minute game. You can't play 10. You can't. Yes, you can fucking play 10, bro.
Yeah,
you can play 10 in the fucking Olympics. You got 5. You got 5 waves. Yo, here you go.
Yeah,
with the lineups that I want to get to, and then whatever. You have the collection of the best basketball players
of probably all time.
Not all the time, because there's a lot of great players out there. Jokic is out there. Giannis is out there still.
I know. I'm saying the collection of all of one team.
Yeah,
it's probably the best collection of basketball
best
players.
Talent of the, like, bro, roll out the fucking balls, put some sets into play. get some lineups that work together, but you can play everybody, especially when you're up by fucking 20 points, 20 and 25 points.
You know, I'm curious, though. Just to segue a bit. Talked about starting 5. Are you starting in the Duffy's Hope Celebrity game?
I don't know.
Yeah?
I'm not out there trying to be LeBron.
I'm just asking.
That's all I'm
just
saying.
asking. Are you starting?
I don't know. I haven't received communication on that. We'll figure out on the day of the game. I got to be there at 5 p.m.
All right.
You know?
I'm just curious, like, you going to come off, you know what I'm saying? And is there a projection of how many points you think you're going to score?
Nah, I ain't putting that kind of pressure on myself.
Yeah, what you mean? I'm just asking a question.
I'm not putting that kind of pressure on myself. I'm just going out there to represent, you know. It's for a different cause for me. I'm not out there to try to be like, you know, I'm not out there to look trash, but I'm not out there to try to be the best player in the game either. There's players that are a lot younger.
I know
than me
a couple
out there.
players that they announced, man. I know a couple players.
They put out one team.
They put out a team.
So I'm not on that team because I'm not on that post. So I would assume the other team that they're going to put out.
Big Ken Masters, man. He's playing on that team. It's going to be interesting to see y'all go head to head.
Who's that?
Ken Masters.
Ken Masters?
Yeah. He's shout out to Street Fighter. He's a big Street Fighter fan too, but he's a rapper and he's out there, and he's on whatever drop. Now what's crazy is I don't know if that's a team or if that's just a drop of.
They said player names, I guess. So I don't know.
They did another drop too. So this is the names: Alex Hackett, he's a politician. Brian Fawcett.
Oh, they got more names?
Bry Hopkins.
Am I on the post this time?
Darius Brown Jr.
Did they give me love?
Gina Reddy.
It don't sound like I'm getting love.
Tyrone Davis.
It don't sound like I'm getting love.
Maisha Jones. Robert Turner. Teron Brown. And then the homie Big Ken Masters.
How many players
Shouts to him. And then here's the next one. The next set. Adrian Mack. Alvin Walker. Angelo Sharpless. Bobby J. And Dwight Burke.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And Joe Ballard from the Harlem Globetrotters.
Your boy.
And then Justin Tompkins. You got the vertically challenged ball on there.
Who? Oh.
On your squad.
Is this team?
I don't know if this is the team, but
this they player lineups. I don't know if this is the actual team.
This is lineups though. And then Lucius Winston.
Globetrotter.
Yep. And then Randy Buckets.
And
then Alexis Morris. So I don't know if this is the final.
Yeah, I'm kicking it. I ain't. It's like y'all got it. And
they got one more group. They got one more group coming too. They said.
Give me some open jump shots. I might one dribble pull up a nigga. Like if I get to the basket, I get to the basket. That's about it. I ain't trying to do too much.
Hey, listen, you better go out and show.
I'm about to be 38 the next day.
Fuck out of here. Go show up. You better show out, man.
I'm about to be 38 the next day.
Listen, EFS, man, we got to represent.
We gonna represent.
I'll be out there too, man. I'll be out there VIP section.
But I'm not out here to be the best player on the floor. Like that shit. My days of that is over.
Oh, your days.
I'm very
is over,
happy being the person to be in the back and
you was
support.
just saying the other day that you could go out into a college game and get yourself a nice little
right, but
an NIL deal.
Knowing my capabilities, but not feeling like I need to.
This nigga. All right.
Again, the difference between me and LeBron is that
here he go.
I did everything that I wanted to do in the game. You know, I got further than most people thought I was going to get. That's the win for me. So now I don't feel like I need to be putting on.
All right.
Just know that if you give me a month or two, because I've been back in the gym for the last couple of days, because again, I'm not trying to go out there and look trash. If you give me a month or two of what I'm doing over the last, well, I did it for a couple of days. I went on vacation too, so I had a break in my training.
Come on.
Now, last couple of days leading up to, I'm getting back in. I'm getting a little good. Hour to 90 minutes of just basketball working. You give me a month of that, then it's a different story. I just don't feel like I need, like, you know, what am I going to get out of that? You know,
I mean,
what am I going to get out of that?
I agree.
You know,
I think it'd just be a dope opportunity to showcase your talent. And
I mean, it might be. It's ignited a fire back in me. I want to play more now. So this may be something that leads me to jumping in some pro-ams and stuff. And it's like, I don't know. We'll see.
You are a professional basketball player.
The itch is ignited. Even being in here and like my shit not being as tight as it used to. Like, it's like hold up. It irks me a little bit. It irks me because I'm out there making moves. I'm trying to be as crisp as I normally would be. And it's like, this don't feel like it used to 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's still there. It's still there, but you know the minute
You know it.
Details of certain skills that you need.
Your drop step, your step back, you're just a little rusty on that thing.
Just the pulling the ball into the pocket, bringing it up like above head to your launch. Like it's like, it's a different thing.
Yeah,
and
man.
I'm meticulous, especially with the athletes that I train. So now putting myself back into it, it's like, all right, this is off. This feel a little sloppy. Whatever.
Tighten up, bro.
Yeah. So,
Well, I'm glad I could be the catalyst to kind of get you.
And it look like they got some hoopers out there. So.
Oh yeah, you definitely gonna be with some ballers. So I'm curious to how it's gonna be.
People that actually play like more than I do now, from what it looked like. I ain't even got a picture of my fucking basketball jersey or anything. I'm on the pod. Like I'm a podcaster now, bro. Like I'm a trainer, podcaster, but I ain't no active hooper. So we'll see how I go. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good time. Be a real good time. I'm gonna go out there and have some fun with it. That's all I'm saying. We see how it go.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I might get 20. I might get like 6. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm shooting for the 20.
I might get 20. I might get 6. Depends on how the first quarter goes.
As long as you show effort and you hoop, bro, that's all I care about.
I mean, it's for a good cause. I'm out there to represent our network, our brand.
Yeah,
for a good cause. That's really it.
Come on, dog.
That's really it. Get my name out there in the community. Shouts to little Tyreek. Hopefully I get him on my team or something. They ain't even announced them as players. What's going on with that?
It's the third drop.
Oh, so that's when the big names get posted.
They're gonna have some more people.
Right. All right. I get it. I get it, Duffy.
You gotta get your.
I wasn't good enough for the big drop, so it's cool.
You wasn't good enough, he says. At least you won the first drop.
The first drop is like who is the first drop? There's a bunch of people that don't look like they hoop at all. Nah, this guy looks like he hoops.
Nah, there's a couple people that hoop. I know that for sure.
Yeah, there's 2 hoopers right here.
They actually got their Jones, so you might want to be ready. I just want to say
I'm gonna be all right.
You might want to be ready.
I'm gonna be able to get up and down. Is the thing. So,
the cardio is gonna be still intact. So
that's half the battle. Then the rest of it is just if my skills fall in line that day, and that's it. And that's all I'm really gonna go off of. I ain't gonna make it no pressure situation, but it is what it is.
I'm excited for you, though. I'll say that, man.
It'll be a good time, man. Shouts to Duffy again for putting me down. Looking forward to getting to it on Saturday. Celebrity game for a great cause. The Duffy's Hope organization is on Saturday, August the 3rd. To be out as this podcast drops, actually. So when this drops Saturday morning, I'll be at the game Saturday evening. So
yeah, man,
we'll be out there getting it in
tonight. It's about to say tonight.
It'll be cool because right after that, I'm in big birthday mode. Because the next day, I'm really putting this shit on my calendar, fucking up my birthday weekend.
Fucking up my birthday. Wow for that one.
Y'all messing up my real plans. Nah, I'm messing around. Good opportunity. Thanks you again for putting me down.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a good time with it. And then again, right after that, I'm to the birthday. The birthday fuckery, whatever you want to call it.
Where you going? What you doing?
I don't know yet. We're going to figure something out. Saturday night into Sunday morning is going to be some kind of situation.
Nah, you're going to relax because you going to come off that game, you're going to be tired. Let's be real.
I ain't going to play that much.
All right, I hear you.
I'm not going to play that much.
I said I hear you. I ain't mad.
I'm not going to, I'm not even saying like I'm going to request out of the game, but he's going to have a lot of people to put on the court. So I ain't going to log no heavy minutes like that.
Bro, you one of the tallest dudes that's probably playing.
So
you gonna be on that court?
Maybe we see.
I wouldn't be.
I don't know what I'm walking into.
Yeah,
I know what the jersey look like, and they asked me for my sizes. They look cool.
Yeah, you gotta show me that, John. You get a chance.
They on the website. I mean, the page, the Duffy's page.
Oh, okay. Let me go. I'll check it out right now. Actually,
so I don't really know what I'm walking into. I'm just going to represent for a good cause, and then I'm gonna just try to hoop to the best of my ability. To
the best of my ability.
Find some people who open.
Do my best and do my duty.
Make a little, create some help, drive and kick. If I get to the basket, I get to the basket. If I'm going for the pull-up, I'm going for the pull-up. If I'm open, I'm shooting the ball. Like, that's about it. I ain't out there pressing. If I get into a natural flow and the first couple go down, then you might see a different side of me.
I already know. Once you get your first basket, it's going to come back like clockwork.
At this point, I'm just like, we're going to see what happens. But that's that on Duffy's. Saturday, we'll see you there. And again, we'll make the most of it. Segueing as we move forward, we're gonna wrap this thing up pretty soon. We got the real talk segment coming up, and it goes along with the concept. It ain't gonna be real talk today because it's just like lightweight real talk, and you just try to call me old earlier, so we're gonna bring it to the table because today's Real Talk segment is about aging with grace. Only comes off of me having conversations over the past few days about the age I'm turning, and then just being at the point where I'm knocking on 40's door, like, you know. So that can go one way or another for a lot of different people. I think that, you know, for myself, at this point in my life, approaching my 38th birthday, not exactly 40, but close enough to feel like 40 is like, you know, climbing up your back little by little. It's all about really making that shit as cool as fucking possible. And that's all I'm going to say as far as the general feeling behind it. In detail, you just got to make sure that you are doing the right things. You know, the person I was having a conversation with, they asked me, I guess, how it feels that I'm turning 38. I'm like, bro, I don't feel like I'm 38. I do feel like I'm 38, but I also don't at the same time. Just because.
How do you feel?
I feel shit hurts more. Shit, like, you know, shit takes longer to get up for, longer to get going. It takes like the 30s, the late 30s, they set in a way. But, you know, I do feel like I'm also as healthy, like mentally, physically, all things that we talk about, as I've ever been in my life, you know, just because you learn so much throughout life that it changes you for the better or the worse. And I feel like as long as you're doing the right things, which I'm already doing, like I'm avid workout person. Right. I'm like very big into health and wellness. So I do a lot of things to make sure that my body and my mind are fighting the aging process, because a lot of people just succumb to it and then they just let that shit take over, and then they end up looking wrinkly, old, can't do shit, can't breathe if you run up and down the block, can't, like, all that kind of shit. To me is like you kind of let those things happen to yourself when you don't prioritize the way you age. Because there's only one thing that's going to happen, and you could be certain of, is you're not going to get no younger in life. You're going to be certain you're not going to get any younger. The more days you're on this earth, you got less days ahead of you than the days you got behind you.
Facts.
You know, and that's just how this shit goes, especially when you get to the 30s. And I've seen people pass before their 30s. I didn't see people pass recently. So it's not like, you know, you can't go at any point. But the way you live your life on a day-by-day basis changes your outlook on it. On getting old. Like, I got gray hairs, man. I look at my shit, I got grays. Like, it is what it is. I'm not tripping off it. I like my little grays every once in a while. They do show a little bit of wisdom. Show that, you know? I made it. Exactly. A little salt and pepper, you know, I'm in that kind of. Yeah, so, you know, there's a way to age with grace. And I think that when you embody that, and you still got people who, I walk in certain places sometimes, they're like, oh, bro, like, you play basketball, don't you? I'm like, I know you're not only saying that because I'm tall, but also because my physique is on point. So it looks like I'm actually an athlete. Yeah, you know? You ain't a Michelin man. Right, exactly. You know, so those kind of things like make me feel good, because it means I'm doing the right things as I'm getting older to fight off just being an old, again, wrinkly, dusty, crusty motherfucker who's just like, it looks like you're not living well. if that's the best way to put it, you know? So I told you that too, bro. Man. I told you. I mean, you obviously, you know, you deserve to obviously be in, like, you know, when it comes to Delaware, you know, you represent Delaware well. You've gone, you know, all across the world. You know, I guess not showcasing your talent only, but also spreading your positive energy and your brand. And, you know, so when it comes to things like these, I wanted to make sure you got into that. Like, I wanted to, like. Yeah, I mean, I was a real advocate. I was like, I wanted to make sure that you got the shine that you deserve, and it just couldn't happen at a better time when it be on your birthday. It was just like like all the things were coming together. It was like, I gotta make sure he gets this, because this is a big deal. And I know it's only local Delaware stuff, but I feel like this is only one piece of a bigger puzzle. And the vision I have is for people to not only understand the journey of success. As it pertains to you and me in this podcast and everything EFS stands for, but also just the journey of Black men trying to make communities better through our talents and through our abilities. Like, yeah, I went out and partied, but also networked and connected with a lot of amazing people. You know what I'm saying? You connected with your roots. Like, it's a full circle kind of thing where you can go back and, yeah, you've gained wisdom. You got the gray hairs and all that. But you're not just keeping it for yourself. You're sharing it with the world and the community. So
Yeah, man.
It's just man.
Yeah, man. You got to do that.
I like to consider myself a global representative. Not just Delaware, not just New York, not just my ethnicity. Like I'm a global representative just because I believe the way that I see things is something that everyone can connect with.
Yeah.
Pat myself on the back. I am a Leo in full Leo season now, so I'm a big arrogant, cocky, whatever you want to call me, Mo. I just think that you're confident in who you are as a person, and I know that the things that I at heart set out to do are impactful. And it's just a little sprinkle of that, and. Again, you got to age with grace as you do it.
Big fact.
Looking forward to this weekend, celebrating my actual 38th birthday. I feel like the trip leading into this week was kind of like an extended celebration. Like the chicks who like, oh, it's my birthday month and all that other shit. I ain't necessarily that vibe, but, extend this thing out. Real introspective time and just in general, just enjoying life. So we're going to have a good weekend with it for sure.
And to close us out, I got a nice quote from an Olympic athlete. I think that
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. This is on you today, so let's hear it. Let's hear it.
This was from Jesse Owens.
Mm-hmm.
The battles that count aren't the ones for gold medals. The struggles within yourself, the invincible, inevitable battles inside all of us, that's where it's at.
That's a fact. Shouts to that, for sure.
You run it back?
Shouts to that, for sure.
The battles that count aren't the ones for gold medals. The struggles within yourself, the invisible, inevitable battles inside all of us, that's where it's at.
And that's that, man. Word on the way out. Shouts to Waldo Black for the quote today.
Come
we'll
on,
give
man.
one more round of applause for episode 2024. A couple more air horns.
Kobe episode,
Kobe episode. Shouts to the legend, Kobe Bryant, Mamba man. So with that said, we're going to get out of here, man. EFS Podcast episode number 24 is out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you made it this far, because that means you fucking with us. So leave us a little bit of love in the comments. Drop a like on there, and let's get this thing, like the numbers, like turn these numbers up a little bit, just because, we out here for y'all, and we love what we do. Of course, we represent our network, but again, we appreciate the love back. So let us know you love us. Let us know. But that said, we out of here. Episode 24. We'll catch y'all later for another audio occasion. As always, take care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and all things in between. And we'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.
We out.